welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. It's that woman and she's standing in the middle of the road again. I am in a traffic island, to be fair, this time. I'm not just standing in the middle of the tarmac. We're going to go and take a look at Chapel Street and its changing face. And I have to say, I didn't know anything about Chapel Street until I started looking it up this morning. And it's actually got quite a long and interesting history. So we're going to go and take a look, and I'm going to share some of that history with you. So make sure that you've subscribed, make sure that you've got your notifications enabled, and don't forget to sign up for your Visit Fylde Coast email newsletter, and then you'll get all this interesting information straight into your inbox. So it's visitfyldecoast.info/newsletter. Right, so here we go. Right, so we're currently at the famous Central Drive. So that is heading south down towards Bloomfield Road and the football stadium. And this is heading towards Blackpool Town Centre and, of course, the beautiful Blackpool Tower. So that's into Coral Island, just literally just round this corner here. And Central Car Park. This is what's going to become the Heritage Quarter for the new Blackpool Central development. Beautiful, fine old pub that. Just imagine what that might look like if it were refurbished. And this is Chapel Street. This is Chapel Street, so we're off in this direction. It's not got a lot going for it at this end, as Chapel Street. It's a bit grotty. But I was quite surprised when I discovered just how old Chapel Street is. There's all this history around you and you've got absolutely no idea. Look at that for a picture of dereliction. Number 55 needs, refurbishing or demolishing, one or the two. So it dates back to 1260, apparently, Chapel Street, when William Butler gave part of Chapel Street near the sea to Cockasand Abbey. So that's going back to the monks and the monasteries and all that kind of thing. This is the new Blackpool car park, the Blackpool Central multi-storey car park, which is quite smart actually. It's got controlled entrance and exit, so it's as secure as anywhere you're going to get, and it's not actually very expensive either. So that's well worth a use. So you can see actually, as you stand here kind of a little bit higher up, that it does drop quite a bit in that centre underneath the railway bridge. That's Seasiders Way. But it was a hollow area down here. Down here was a hollow area that had got lakes and pools that Le Pull flowed through, which was the stream that drained from Martin Moss, eventually discharging at Manchester Square area, surrounded by a peaty swamp. And the peat in the swamp badly discoloured the water that came through Liverpool, which brought about the origin of the name Blackpool. And you might remember, actually, when they were building the car park, it's quite a big building and it goes back quite a long way. And when they were building it, they actually found in the foundations what they believed to be the remnants of that old peaty swamp. It was quite interesting actually. I've got some photos and an article about it. So that was where the name Blackpool came from. And something else I didn't know, there's actually 26 other Blackpools in the world. Well, we'll have to be having a look and find out where they are. So all this information has come out of Nick Moore's History of Blackpool, which is a fascinating resource. It's absolutely packed full of all kinds of interesting information about Blackpool and all of the Fylde Coast area. So if you like that kind of thing, it's well worth taking a look. You can either read it from end to end or you can search it, which is what I did this morning. And if you do search it, you'll turn up all kinds of interesting information. I had no idea that the Chapel Street area had got such an interesting past. So So a 1532 map of the area shows 2 cottages, those war bricks, at the south side of what's now Chapel Street. So that would have been over that way. And a Cubans at the corner of Princess and Blundell Road. So it dates back ever such a long way. It's been kind of part of Blackpool's past and Blackpool's history for all that time, and I never even knew. By 1767 it was known as Bonnie's Lane, after John Bonnie's hostelry, and just up there, just underneath the bridge, is Donna's dream house that we walked past a minute or two ago. And that opened in 2002. The Magistrates Court and the police station and the multi-storey is what's on our right now at the moment. So the courthouse opened and the police station opened in February 1971. Let's just go around here. And it's 1974 when this multi-storey car park opened. In fact, let me just walk round here, because you can't actually see the police station for this. We're a little bit too near to it, but you will in a second. So this is Chapel Street car park, which you used to be able to get through to Central car park. So there you go, that's the police station there. So that's coming down, and the court building in due course. So the police station was the 3rd one in Blackpool, and it was a divisional headquarters. 1971, so it's just a little bit younger than me. Oh look, they fenced it off. That's new since I last came round, and they've got the car park closed off as well. Interesting. So obviously the car park's not operational. I wonder why they've put all that up when they're going to demolish it. It's a rather expensive fence, isn't it? The courthouse is up there. It's just up there. You can just see the top of the building just above where that seagull's sitting. And I have actually been up there and done a video with it. It's a bit of a... I can understand actually why they've put the fence up, because it's a bit of a creepy, lonely spot for people to get up to no good. Oh, look at the concrete. Now then, I remember, now I've seen that there'd been a report of that rack concrete that is prone to falling over, so they've obviously done that for safety. That sounds like somebody's in the car park. I don't know what you'll think. That's strange. That just sounds like somebody's inside. Unless it's the PA at Happy Days that's echoing through the empty building. So the Stanley Arms on the left-hand side is another classic, and that dates back to 1866. That is an absolutely beautiful pub, and that's recently been restored as well. It reopened last year. It's been completely refurbished inside, and it's a really nice pub. It is. It's the speaker on the back of Happy Days, and it's echoing and rattling through the empty car park. That's really weird, that.
96 and 969.
And then this is Bonnie Street, which of course leads into the centre of the town. Our pal Mr. Higgett lives just down here on the left-hand side. We'll pop across and... Oh, he's got a queue. He's always got a queue. We'll pop across and say hello to him. Let's make sure we're not going to get knocked down. The queue outside Chris's has been stratospheric all summer. The famous £1 burger. Somebody else having the picture taken with him, look. Here's the man. Ooh. He's not looking. Now then, here's a memory from the past. Wasn't there a Doctor Who attraction here on this corner? I'm sure it was pretty much where Shoe Cellar is. If you can remember it. I mean, I'm going back to the 70s, so if you can remember it, let me know. Let me know in the comments underneath. And I can definitely remember this next one, which is where we're going for our final blast from the past on Chapel Street, which is the subway and the underground toilets. Do you remember them? Wow, they were in education, weren't they? Let's see if we can find the evidence of where you used to go down, because they filled it all in, didn't they? It was on this corner. It was on this corner, and you went down underneath a subway. Seemed to think it was about here where the bins are and the crossing. And they filled it in recently. They filled it all in because, yeah, there's a crease in the tarmac there as it comes to meet that fence. They filled it in because they were concerned about the road collapsing. And you used to go underneath the subway and then across the road onto the other side of the promenade. They built that in 1958 because there were a spate of accidents on this corner. It's always been a busy corner. Always been a busy corner. And then we're at Central Pier and Central Blackpool. And that's Pete selling his wares. So I hope you've enjoyed that little look around Chapel Street. Don't forget, if you're interested in local history, you can get loads more information on our Live Blackpool website, all the Visit Fylde Coast websites, and on Nick Moore's History of Blackpool, which is fascinating. There's a link to it in the description underneath each video. So until next time, we will see you later. Bye for now.